Hello guys, welcome to another video. For this video we're going to make a crochet dress. So you'll need yarn. I'm using acrylic yarn. You'll need a tape measure and you will need a hook. I'm using a 3.0 millimeter hook. So let's get into it. So this is how you're going to take your measurements. So after you have your measurements, we will start by making a slip knot. So here we're going to make chains equivalent to your measurements. So make a slip knot. Insert your hook in the slip knot. And we will make chains. So make chains equivalent to the measurements you took. So for this project, my chains will be measuring 14 inches. After you make your chains, yarn over, skip 2 chains. So this is the first chain, this is the second. So you will yarn over and insert your hook in the third chain and make a double crochet. Yarn over, go to the next chain, make a double crochet. Next, yarn over, go to the next chain, make a double crochet. Yarn over, go to the next chain, make a double crochet. So you'll continue making double crochets until you reach the end of your first row. I'm at the end of my first row, so now you're going to chain 2. Turn your work, yarn over, skip the first stitch, this stitch, go to the next, make a double crochet. Yarn over, go to the next stitch, make a double crochet. Yarn over, go to the next stitch, make a double crochet. Yarn over and make a double crochet in the next stitch. So continue making double crochets to the end of your row. I'm at the end of the second row and I'm having one last stitch. So make a double crochet in that last stitch. That's it. So next, chain 2, turn your work, yarn over, skip the first stitch, go to the next stitch and make a double crochet. Next, yarn over and make a double crochet in the next stitch. Yarn over, make a double crochet in the next stitch. Yarn over, make a double crochet in the next stitch. So continue making double crochets to the end of your row. I'm almost at the end of row 3, so I'm having 2 stitches remaining. So yarn over, insert your hook in the next stitch, and now I'm having one last stitch, the chain 2 stitch. So yarn over and insert your hook in the chain 2 stitch and make a double crochet. So from here you will continue making rows of double crochets. So I made a total of 19 rows. So this dress is for cup C, that's why I'm having 7 inches. So if you're making a dress for cup A, you should be having 5 inches at this point. You should stop at 5 inches. Cup B, stop at 6 inches, and cup D, you should stop at 8 inches. If you are extra large, maybe you should stop at 9 inches. The reason why I started with 14 inches, even though this dress is for cup C, is because the client wanted the side of her boobs to show. So if you're making a dress for cup C, please do not use 14 inches because the side of your boobs will remain exposed. So just take your measurements the way I showed you at the beginning of the video. So next we're going to make chains where we stopped. You will make chains. So now this is how we're going to do this. So So take your high waist measurements. So the high waist measurement for this project is 31 inches. So take your high waist measurements minus 7 inches. So for this project, 31 inches minus 7 inches is 24 inches. So take your high waist measurements minus 7. So at this point I am having almost 14.5 inches. So 24 inches minus 14 inches, I will have 10 inches. So on this side I will make 5 inches, and on the other side I will also make chains measuring 5 inches. So I made chains measuring 5 inches on this side, so I'll go ahead and make chains measuring 5 inches on this other side. Make a slip knot, insert your hook in the last stitch, insert your hook in the slip knot, pull through and make chains. So on this other side I also made chains measuring 5 inches. So now you're going to make one chain and then cut your yarn and pull that yarn through and tighten it. So let's go back to this other side. Insert your hook in this loop, chain 2, turn your work, skip the first 2 chains, yarn over and insert your hook in the 3rd chain and make a double crochet, yarn over, go to the next chain, make a double crochet, yarn over, go to the next chain, make a double crochet, yarn over, go to the next chain and make a double crochet. So continue making double crochets. So in order to know where you will stop, you will hold the middle part like this. So if I hold my middle part like that, so now I can so probably I will stop at this point. So just do this so that you can know where you're going to stop making your double crochets. So I'll count from here, and from here I'm having 17 stitches. So hold your work in the middle so that you can know where you will stop making your double crochets. So on this other side I will also make 17 stitches. So this is where I will stop the stitch that I have inserted my hook, so that is where I will stop making my double crochets. So since you may be using a different size of yarn, or you may be making a different size of dress, the 17 stitches is not an absolute number. So just hold your work in the middle and gauge how many stitches you will need to make. So I made 17 stitches. So the 17 stitches I made are from here to here. So from here to here. So insert your hook in this loop. So what we will do, so here I made 17 stitches, and on this other side I will also make 17 stitches, and my total number of stitches here is 66 stitches. So I will take 17 stitches plus 17 stitches minus 66 stitches. So I made 17 stitches on this side, and we will make 17 stitches on this other side. So 17 plus 17 stitches is 34 stitches, and the total number of stitches here is 66 stitches. So 66 minus 34 stitches is 32 stitches. So here we will make 32 chains. So I'm going to make 32 chains, and remember these will vary depending on the size of your dress. Okay, so it's not a standard number. So now I'm going to count 32 stitches at this point. So this is my 32nd stitch here. So I'll remove my hook. So from here to here I counted 32 stitches and made 32 chains. So I counted from the next stitch, this stitch. So from that stitch I counted 32 stitches to here. Okay, so next I'm just going to mark that stitch, and then I'll insert my hook in this loop, and then yarn over, insert your hook in the next stitch. So don't insert your hook in the stitch that you marked. Insert your hook in the next stitch and make a double crochet. So that is the first double crochet. So yarn over and make another double crochet. Next, yarn over, insert your hook in the next stitch and make a double crochet. Next, make a double crochet. Next, yarn over and make a double crochet. So you'll continue making double crochets until you reach the end of this chain. So now I finished that row, and this is what I'm having. So at this point my work is measuring 25 inches. So next we will continue. So chain 2, turn your work, yarn over, skip the first stitch, this stitch, go to the next and make a double crochet, yarn over, go to the next stitch, make a double crochet, yarn over, go to the next stitch and make a double crochet. Next, make a double crochet, next stitch, make a double crochet. So you'll continue making double crochets until you reach the end of the second row. So when you reach this point, you will make the double crochets in the chains. So make double crochets in each chain. So do not do this, don't make your double crochets like that. Ensure that you make your double crochets in the chains. So I finished my second row, and this is what I'm having. So at this point my work is measuring almost 8 inches. So you will continue making double crochets until you have 11 inches. So I made more rows, and this is what I'm having. So at this point these are my measurements. So for the waistband I am having I'm having almost 26 inches, and for the height I am having 11 inches. So I wanted my dress part to start on the high waist. So if you want your dress part to start on the lowest, you may make more rows. So now let's continue. So now we're going to make this middle part. So what you will do, count your stitches and mark the middle of your work. So I'll just use this red yarn to mark the middle of my work, like that. And then next you will just do exactly what I'm doing here. So ensure that all the portions are proportionate. So I'll just use my hook to hold this middle part together. So now we're going to tie our yarn at this point. So now take a strand of yarn and just put it exactly where you marked your project. So at the middle of your work, you're going to wrap this yarn around your work. So ensure that you're wrapping it at the middle of your work. If possible, please mark the bottom and the top of your work. So tighten it, tighten that yarn, and then you will tie it. So I'll wrap the yarn again around and tie it. So I'm going to remove my hook, and this is what we're having. So now I'm going to cut this hanging yarn. And remove this red yarn. Okay, so now next you will take your tape measure and measure this middle part. Ensure that you tighten your tape measure as much as possible. So mine is 3.5. So ensure that you tighten your tape measure. Don't measure it loosely. So now you'll make a slip knot. Insert your hook in the slip knot, and then you will make chains measuring the measurements that you have. So I made chains measuring 3.5 inches. So next, yarn over, skip 2 chains, go to the 3rd chain and make a double crochet. Next, yarn over, go to the next stitch, make a double crochet. Next, yarn over, go to the next stitch, make a double crochet. So you'll continue making double crochets until you reach the end of that row. So next we will take this row of double crochets and attach it to our work. So you will take your row of double crochets and we're going to attach it to our work. So now we're going to join it. Insert your hook in the other side and we're going to make a slip stitch. Next, insert your hook in the front part of your double crochet row and the back part and make a slip stitch. Next, insert your hook in the front part and the back part and make a slip stitch. Chain 1 and cut your yarn and pull the remaining yarn through. So this is what we're having now. So at this point you can if you want, you can stop at this point and have your top, or you can continue and make a dress. My waistband is measuring almost 26 inches and the waist measurement is 31 inches. So when you subtract 26, let's just work with 26 from 31, you have 5 inches. So now I think this side and this side stretched a little bit because we were having 7 inches extra. So now we're going to make chains at this point. So you will go ahead and make chains at this point. So my waistband can stretch up to 30 inches. So go ahead and stretch your waistband so that you can know the length of your chains. So my waist measurement was 31 inches. And if I stretch my waistband at this point, it's 30 inches. So now I'm remaining with 1 inch. So my chains will be measuring 1 inch. So now insert your hook in the first stitch and make a slip stitch. So my first stitch is the chain 2 stitch. So I'll insert my hook in the chain 2 stitch and make a slip stitch. Next, in the last row we were going towards this direction, so now we will go towards this direction. So insert your hook in that loop, chain 2, and then we will turn our work. So chain 2, turn your work, and then yarn over, insert your hook in the next stitch, and we're going to make 3 double crochets in the same chain. So make another double crochet and then another one, so 3 double crochets in the same chain. So next yarn over, and in the next chain we will make 3 double crochets. So make 3 double crochets in the same chain. So that is the first. Yarn over, make another double crochet, so that is 2. Yarn over and make the last double crochet, that is 3. So you will continue making 3 double crochets in each stitch until you reach the end of this row. So continue making 3 double crochets in each stitch until you reach here. I'm at the end of the first row, so insert your hook in between the chain 2 stitch and the first stitch and make a slip stitch. Next, chain 2, and you have an option of turning your work or going in circles. So for me, I'll be going in circles. So next, chain 2, yarn over and make a double crochet in the same space. So where you made your chain 2, make your double crochet. Next, yarn over and in the next stitch make a double crochet, yarn over and in the next stitch make a double crochet. So in this row we will be making 1 double crochet in each stitch, so you will not make any increase or decrease. I'm almost done with my first row, so this is my last double crochet. So next, this is the slip stitch that we made in the previous row, so do not make any stitch in this slip stitch. So you will go ahead and insert your hook in between the chain 2 stitch and the first stitch and then make a slip stitch. Next, chain 2, yarn over, and in the same stitch that you made your chain 2 we will make the first double crochet. So make the first double crochet and then next make another double crochet. So for this row you will also make 1 double crochet in each stitch, and you will not make any decrease or increase. So continue making 1 double crochet in each stitch until you reach the end of your row. I'm at the end of the row, and this is the slip stitch that I made in the previous row, so I will not make any stitch in that slip stitch. So I'll insert my hook in between the first stitch and the chain 2 stitch and make a slip stitch. So from here you will continue making 1 double crochet in each stitch until you have your desired length. So make as many rows as you wish. So at this point I was done making my rows, and this is what I am having. It took me so much time doing this the skirt section. So now this is what I'm having at this point. So we're going to make the straps of the dress. Divide your yarn into 2 equal parts without cutting your yarn, so you just need to have 2 equal lengths of yarn, enough to make your strap. So this is the middle part of my yarn, so I'll go ahead, insert your hook in the last stitch that you made, and then you're going to take the yarn that you divided in 2 portions and pull it through that stitch. So pull that yarn through. So you have 2 strands of yarn. So you'll take the first yarn, the first one, this one, take that yarn and wrap it on your hook, and then yarn over the second yarn and pull through. So take your first yarn, wrap it on your hook, and then yarn over the second yarn and pull through. So you will repeat the same thing until you have your desired length. So once you finish this strap, go ahead and make the other strap. So once you're done making your strap, take the 2 yarns and you will yarn over the 2 yarns and pull through. Tighten and then cut your yarn. So at this point we are done with our dress, so I'll just go ahead and insert my straps through the back of my dress. Thank you guys for watching this video. Please let me know what you think about the video in the comment section. Please like, share and subscribe. Bye. Let's meet in the next video.